Okay. Good afternoon to all of you. Please unmute your phones.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, you can maximize your slides, sir.
अभी
You can
पहले
make it
मैं
full presentation.
ओके स्लाइड को मैक्सिमाइज कर दो, जीरो करो. Okay. How many have joined? कितने ज्वाइन किए देखो.
Sir, including all of us, total 13 people are there.
Very bad. Okay.
So we can wait for like 5 minutes more, I think, if participants join.
वो ज्वाइन कर जाएंगे जो भी है. ओके.
And so like today is the launch basically. Like initially the session was a pre-launch and today is the launch. So you can just start with the introduction of the full program and Echo platform just for 5 minutes, and then we can start with the slide if you are.
Okay. So only those who have joined, namaskar. You don't have to reply, just say hello on the chat. Okay. And so record कर. चालू है. So basically what Zoom platform is there, Zoom, that is Project ECO is Extended Community Health Outcomes. The basic idea is that whatever is the knowledge that resides in the cities and in the periphery, there is hardly anyone who can give that knowledge. So this Zoom ECO program, the ECO program was started by Dr. Sanjeev Arora, and he started off on hepatitis C. He was in New Mexico, and that is where he sort of realized that for being a gastroenterologist, he realized that the periphery doctors and periphery patients were getting at least long waiting period. So he started training all these doctors on how to deal with hepatitis C. Unmute your phone, please. Unmute your phone. Rather, mute your phone. I'm sorry. So when he started this, and now he's got about 130 countries where we are running this. Now this is an offshoot of what we are doing. Basically, we are trying to train a team of clinical documentation improvement specialists. Now it is our endeavor is that in 5 hours we'll talk to you, and in 10 hours you do your study. So in the pre-launch, we had Dr. Ruchi Garg giving us on medical records, and it was a very extensive and a fantastic lecture that she gave. Now this is the first launching of ECO, where I'll be talking about increase in revenue due to CDI, that is clinical documentation improvement, and role of TPA. Now, in a hospital where there's some private hospitals, rather most of the private hospitals required to pay for the patient requires to pay for practically everything. And if the clinical documentation is not perfect, the insurance companies or the sponsoring agencies will not pass the bill. That all depends on clinical documentation. Now, a very simple thing known as, say, it is an acute appendicitis. As per the disease-related group, it will be, say, a 3-day or 4-day stay. But now the same thing, if it is a purulent appendix or the appendix is burst, the procedure increases. Now, if that is only documented as acute appendicitis and the code is given as acute appendicitis, the payment will be made only for acute appendicitis as per the norms which have been given, as per the package. But the amount of work that has gone in a purulent or a burst appendix is that pelvic cleaning, this, that, a lot of things have to take place, a lot of antibiotics. Now that will be denied. Now, being most of us are now administrators, and you will be, there's a group of administrators we are now talking to. When you look at it, who does the clinical documentation? Clinical documentation at the OPD level is done by the doctors. At the inpatient, it is done by what the doctors and the nurses. And in case the patient undergoes the surgery, it is undertaken by the anesthetist oblique the surgeon who puts in the notes. Okay. So this is a part of the thing. I had given two sort of articles where I had requested all of you to go through them. If you have gone through them, very good. If you have not gone through them, please read them, because 1.5 hours is already gone in medical records. This one will take another 45 to 50 minutes. So the total 5 hours that we are going to give online would finish in a couple of weeks. And in meanwhile, whatever we are putting onto the CDI group, please read that. They are very important. So now the topic that I'm going to discuss is increase revenue. Okay, इसको हटाया my minimum कर. Okay, so documentation improvement is what? CDI is the process of enhancing medical data collection and includes objectives of maximizing claim reimbursement of revenue and improving care quality. Now, if you look at the slide, what people do is they analyze the document. After the provider is engaged, where you tell us what it is. Most of the time, the doctors fail to understand what they are writing, and they are in a hurry. See, because when you are doing surgery or when you are taking care of a patient, it generally is a very intensive time taken, and it's a very exercise which goes on and on. It is people forget most of the time when we are dealing with this. Once the emergency is over, then we sit down and write the document. That is the time when we miss out something. So, what is the revenue cycle? Revenue cycle is it is basically, when you look at it, the patient can access it, there's case management, there's clinical documentation, medical coding, charges and reimbursement, and claims. Now, if you have had a look, we now have Bhamasha, we have got CGHS, we have got the railways, we have got the ECHS, where lakhs and crores of money is waiting. The treatment has been given, but reimbursement has not come from the agencies. The reason most of the time is that the documentation is not perfect. There are times when you give an injection and you don't put the injection name or the label, or you don't put it up, then it becomes a big thing. Okay, tumne diya hi nahi, and you are making a fraud. You are doing stupid things. So All of us know that medical billing is the backbone of health care revenue cycle management which is taking place. And if you fail to capture patient information, reimbursement gets delayed, which is a very common thing. All you have to do is ask the TPA people in Mahatma Gandhi how much money is pending. No one will own up saying that the CDI is clinical documentation is lacking or something of the sort. But yes, this will be a big thing which you do as a management people, you will have to understand that how to sort of improve clinical documentation. Manual claim management, it takes a lot of time, lot of administrative burden is there. Now, lot of people, lot of agencies like ECHS has now an online system which has taken place. Another thing that is there is inaccurate coding. Yesterday we had a meeting on National Digital Health Mission, and National Digital Health Mission, one of the doctors said that, sir, in OPD there's only diagnosis written, fever NYD, and the diagnosis is written there. No one is writing codes. Now the doctors are not aware of what ICD-10 is or ICD-11 is, which is going to come up, or SNOMED CT is. So now one of the suggestions was that the doctor should become aware of what is clinical documentation, or the assistant who's sitting with the doctor should immediately enter the code. Now, if you see the key areas where there is a loss or decrease in revenue, it is the high risk is in 41% in clinical documentation coding, and it carries on like this. So the high risk is where are the areas which are there, and a lot of areas where this thing takes place. So go to the next. Okay. So if you want to raise your revenue integrity with CDI, please improve clinical documentation for denials and prevention and quality scores. Now, the medical record, as described earlier by Dr. Ruchi, was that it has tremendous amount of potential. Your research takes place there. Your, what do you call, money, revenue is generated because of this. The doctors can interact with each other through a medical record. And to streamline this, they have got ICD coding. And in ICD coding, I'm sure all of you have attended the MRD, you've gone to the MRD, you must have seen what is there. ICD coding is a sort of a skill which has to be developed. One has to look at it. What are the disease patterns? What are the disease which is there? And accordingly, the ICD fits into disease-related groups. Read about disease-related group and see what is there. Now, if there is improved documentation, there will be lower clinical denial rates. Clinical denial rates are what? The TPA will say, or the agency where the bill is sent will say, okay, this has not been done. Now the doctor probably will not be aware what he's written and what is not written, and he won't remember. I remember in the army, I was sitting there, and 20 years ago, there was an accident in somewhere in Imphal. Now, we got a notice on there that these two guys attended the patient. Please tell them to report to this thing or give on the phone, evidence. So, the only place where we could find the documentation was on medical legal register. We got hold of the register and the doctors. Now, 20 years, how do you remember a case whether you dealt with the case or not? So, but then gradually it went back. All of them had picked up the ranks. Some were brigadier, some were major general. So they were senior doctors. That is one thing which is there. If clinical documentation is perfect, things will be there. And that is why education of physicians is a must. And this is where quality comes in. If your documentation is good and quality of care will be reflected in it, that is very important. So, this I've been repeating: incomplete, inaccurate documentation, physician query fatigue, communication between CDI specialists, coders, and auditors, prioritization of work. Now, gradually, as things happen in the MRD, I'm sure there's a clinical, there's a chap who's sitting there. They are on non-medicos or people who have not understood what clinical documentation is all about. They don't know what disease classification is. The coders are sitting. So it has to be a mix of everything. So you people, all of us who are in this field, we have doctors sitting here. We have got students who are into health informatics. That is what is required. There has to be prioritization of work, and one has to understand that. Now, where are the common areas where CDI can have the greatest impact? I'm sure you will understand emergency department. The activity is so intense that it is difficult to pen down what happened. There are times when you are running around police case, you have to do data entry, you have to put it into your register, you have to understand. Then physician's practice, if he has got a big practice, he's got 100 patients waiting, there are times when he'll or his assistant will not be able to write down. So the role of this, why I am insisting and why I requested Colonel Pramod Kumar to have the MHA students with me is because you people are going to be part of the management, and management would require you evaluate and see how the services are, what are the problems which are there, and observations of services. You have to observe the services, look at the quality, what is there. Now, in India, gradually it is coming up, but in the USA, hospital readmissions is becoming a big thing. Why is the patient coming back to you? Now that is the quality measure which it is, the quality indicator. If the patient is good, but he should not come back within 3 days, 4 days. So these are programs which have been designed. The knowledge is to be transferred and it is to be understood by you. In the next lecture, it will be you who will be talking about what is CDI, how it is to be done. You will have to focus on some medical record, get hold of a medical record, study it. We don't want any names, we don't want any specialization to be sort of told, ki, okay, this is not done. But then you have to understand what are the, what do you call, lapses that have occurred and that could have caused a lot of this. Now you talk to the MS or you talk to anyone in the authority, they say we don't have any problems. All our money is coming back. Now, if the money is coming back and the doctors are putting their bit, why are so many, what do you call, patients waiting for so much of money which is in the pipeline? So it's not only in this place, it is all over wherever you go and work. So what will CDI do is it will improve the operational workflow, it will enhance the quality of patient care, it will reduce errors and protect quality, and it will definitely improve denial management. Denial in the sense that the money will not probably be uh, denied to you, and it will strengthen the communication. So that is the importance of CDI. One has to understand and one has to focus on this thing. We are a new, what do you call, group which is there, and our duty is to look at medical data. Okay. Now, if you do look at the medical data has to be perfect. We generate a lot of data when a patient comes in. So one has to understand all that kind of things. That is the summary which is there. Now, this has been done by my students. The entire, the entire presentation has been made by my MSc students. And as we go, we have to look at it, what we are doing, how it is happening. So now, in case you have any questions, please shoot. It will be very interesting to answer all your questions. Put it on the chat. देखो कोई chat में question आया अब वो कर दे वीडियो लगा दे Okay. Any questions?
Please unmute yourself and ask the questions.
Okay, I'll ask questions. Are you ready? Starting off from Shreya. Shreya, what have you understood by this? Unmute your phone and let's discuss what is this all about. And have you understood the philosophy behind it? Shreya, have you gone off? चित्रलेखा आप बता सकते हो? Hello? Anyone there?
Chitralekha, please respond. Even if you have not understand, please respond. Please unmute yourself.
Can Chitralekha, can you hear me? Unmute and talk. Let's talk. अच्छा राकेश बताएगा राकेश आप बताओ यार सौरभ good okay start off Saurabh.
Sir, what I understood that everything that we think need to be inked, which means the communications or the orders should more be concerned about writing, not just verbal orders. And everything should be documented regarding clinical aspect of patient and the healthcare provided to the patient.
Very good. Now, have you understood, can it be linked to revenue generation that we are talking about? Rakesh, आप बताइए. Hello. Is Rakesh there?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, अब राकेश आप बताइए कि can we sort of link it to revenue generation? That is what the topic is all about.
Sir, can you repeat? Your voice is not clear.
My question is linking clinical documentation to revenue generation. Is it justified or not?
Yes, sir, it is.
How have you've been into this field for quite some time? You are in the second year now, and you've seen the documentation. You will find it the time it is pathetic.
Sir, time save हो जाता है sir. ज़्यादा patient देख.
Save भी हो जाता है plus it is basically that the quality of care gets deteriorated if your documentation is not perfect. After some time, the people will ask you questions कि भाई तुमने करा क्या है? What have you done? So the doctors and especially when you people reach some stage in the hierarchy, this will happen. Okay. Oh, thank you, Rakesh. And anyone else? Nandini, can you tell me something about it? What have you understood? Nandini ji, why so silent here?
Sir, am I allowed to speak?
Yes, very much.
Sir, clinical documentation is a very important thing if you are in the hospital. So it is very much justify regarding the revenue generation because if a service is not sufficiently documented in the medical record by the providers or by the staff or by the organization, it can also be, it can be sometimes a claim denial, like a customer can also deny the claim, and so I think
Okay, I think so. That is correct.
clinical
So,
documentation is very much focused.
okay, thank you, Anjali. Now my students, where are my students? Abhishek is my faculty member. I would like Abhishek sir to tell me something about it. Unmute karo.
Definitely, sir. It's very important to document everything, whatever you are doing in your clinician side. And most of the authorities like NABA, JCI, and all the councils, those are looking after the hospitals and healthcare management. They have mainly focused in documentation. So clinical documentation improvement, definitely, it is good for quality enhancement, and as well as it will also increase the accountability of the person who is involving in all the clinical activities.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, Brigadier Thakur, namaskar. Let us hear you. Thakur Sahib. Brigadier Thakur, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Batao.
Am I audible, sir?
Absolutely.
Am I
Where are
audible,
you?
sir?
Okay, you are audible. Please tell us. Can't hear you. Hello?
Because the doctors need to be taught, even the people who become residents, they need to be